Everybody, they have already fixed the issue. It is much more a slap on the wrist now than a game-ending account closing penalty. And I have to give it to Moonton. They did act very fast. I also have to acknowledge, what the heck? How did this ever happen in the first place? This video, I'm going to break down basically what the deduction is now, all my thoughts on how crazy a whirlwinds the past less than 24 hours have been. After the credits, I decided I'm going to put a little explanation on like kind of my relationship with Moonton and why I choose to do the things you do. If you're not interested in that, just ignore it. But I think a lot of people just have such an enormous misconception calling us Moonton employees, which quite frankly kind of disturbs me. The long of the short of the long, essentially the penalty was up to 35,000 diamonds. They have now reduced that by about 90%. So if you're penalized 33,000 diamonds, they've given you back about 30,000. On average. I've seen a lot of examples. There's variants. I showed them all in this video, or a handful. I've seen a lot more, obviously, but it really is like a slap on the wrist punishment, 1, 2, maybe 3,000 diamonds, as opposed to 25, 30, 35,000. And it seems like people got to keep all their rewards and stuff. Some people are going to be frustrated that others benefited from this bug, this exploit, this feature, whatever you want to call it. They are going to introduce the feature formally, and over time, everyone will get all the rewards. A bunch of people got very quickly yesterday. We have so much to discuss. This is strictly good news. If you don't feel that way, if you don't feel like this is good news, this is not the video for you. Let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
All right, Mamma Mia, what a morning. I've been up only 3 hours. This is my third time filming. Crazy stuff. They fixed it. If you're seeing this and you had a huge deduction, it either has already been partially restored. And when I say partially, I mean the vast majority of it in your diamonds that were taken restored, or it's coming. It seems as they're doing this in waves. However, the waves seem to be like 30 seconds to a minute apart. So it's absolutely coming. If you didn't catch the short I just posted, we had contact through official sources that they were working on this and it was a mistake. Did someone fat finger an extra zero and they meant 3,000 and instead it was 30,000? Who knows? But I mean, this is good news. I'm going to get right out of the gate. There's been a lot of hate in my direction, especially on the official Discord today, which I thought I'd be angrier about. But as you can tell, I'm kind of not. Because I kind of thought this was going to happen the whole time. My sincere apology for any hand I had in distress that this caused people, but obviously that was far too heavy-handed and extreme a solution. I still see people on Discord right now, even after a bunch of people are celebrating that the crazy draconian measure was walked back and fixed, people upset that people didn't get punished hard enough now. You're miserable. If that's how you feel, you're miserable. It's very sad. I guess I'm not going to say any more names or any more negative adjectives, but wow. This is such a huge save for the community. It clearly wasn't in violation of terms of service, guys. A lot of people saying that like we're these predatory content creators that pushed an exploit for this, that, and the other, and we're sponsored by the game and we shouldn't do this. It was an exploit. They released a bug in their website. And yeah, some people clearly did take advantage of that. But I thought it was my position to promote that so as many people as possible could take advantage, and the couple people that took advantage would not be at this huge disadvantage. That was my position. I do stand by it. Obviously, some people disagree. It is what it is. I'm not going to be able to, rub every belly of every single person, or however you want to put it. It's never been my stance, and it's never going to be. I'm just doing my best. Let's get to the good stuff. So here we have got the screenshot of a level 77 viewer from my official Discord, the Fast and Fastidious. Go check it out. Who was down, I think, minus 29,000. It's minus 1,300 now. Here we've got minus 2,100 now, and this was down, I believe, 30,000. Now here, is this the before and after? No, this one is down only minus 249, so you'll make that up in a day. This person was down over 30,000 diamonds. Here's a before and after. You can see it very clearly here, about exactly 34,000 in refund, right? They were down 34,384. Now they're down only 452, slightly less than a 34,000 diamond refund after the penalties, minus 28,000, which became 3,500 positive. So that is a flip-a-roo of nearly 35,000. What do we got over here? Minus 1,300. This one was close to minus 30,000, maybe more. And there you go. Those are a couple examples. I've received dozens at this point. I just picked the first few. This is good news, guys. If you don't think this is good news, then maybe you shouldn't be playing a community-based game. I understand some people are frustrated because they're saying these people took advantage of an exploit and now they're not getting punished hard enough. I don't understand why you want people to be punished, but whatever. But basically, these people are selfishly saying, oh, but I didn't get the benefit. But you're getting the benefit. I shared that on my Discord. If you want news as soon as I have it, I make announcements all the time on my Discord. I had word from our dev contact immediately that they were admitting it was their problem and they were going to re-release the feature as soon as they could, and everyone would eventually have access to all these rewards. There's still a slap on the wrist here, right? People lost diamonds, absolutely, but we're talking 1,000 to 3,000 diamonds. We are not talking, 25,000 to 35,000 plus diamonds. If you don't think this is a good thing, I really have nothing else to say to you. If you want to keep your pitchforks out, I'm going to go have breakfast, but I'll come back and you can stab me a little bit. It's all good. That's life, baby. What a whirlwind the past. I mean, it's not even been 24 hours, man. It's crazy. A lot of people sent me some really kind messages, reaching out, checking in on me. There were times, as you guys know, there have been a couple little dramas I've unintentionally gotten into where I'd say I was kind of not in the best headspace, but I guess they prepared me for this one because this one was the worst, but it definitely didn't feel that way. And I guess it was largely thanks to a lot of people being really, really supportive. As always, guys, there's nothing nefarious that goes into content creation, just trying to do our best. The reason I share things is always to help people. I'm never trying to screw someone over or something like that. And I hope people can see that. Obviously, some people are going to choose not to. And then, as I've said many times past, my content certainly just isn't going to be for you. And it's as simple as that. We've got a lot of great content creators in the space. You can go check them out. That's going to be the end of this video. I don't have much more to say, but look at that. Minus 1,300, 3,500 positive, minus 28K. That 3,500, that was after the minus 28K. Huge 35K nearly back. This one minus 34K to minus 400, minus 249, minus 2,100, minus 1,300. This is good news. All I could do was make some posts and try to get Moonton's attention. I hope I did that. I hope I helped. You don't have to give me any credit. I'm not really asking for it, but I guess what I am asking is to be seen and that I'm just trying to do my best. If you think there's anything more to that, I don't know. You're living in fantasy world. Thank you guys so much. I'm Fastidious. If you like my stuff, if you made it to the end of this, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, do all that good stuff. Peace.
Fastidious.
Okay, I'm going to keep this short. I said I was going to talk about Moonton stuff. Moonton and us, obviously, I'm in partnership with them to some extent, as are the vast majority of the creators you probably watch. However, they have almost no say in anything we do, ever. Obviously, we're not going to mud rake and sling constant undeserved negativity, but it's very clearly outlined, especially in my discussions. We're allowed to be intensely negative and critical about the game when we sincerely believe that is what is warranted in that moment. You can't all of a sudden be like, this game's trash for a bunch of made up reasons. But when the game's kind of trash, like it has been the past 24 hours, crazy stuff happening, or as you've seen when I'm negative many times on my channel and I do my rants, it is warranted, it is allowed. And those are videos that they are A-okay with because they understand that's part of the content creation ecosystem. We're not going to be sycophantic, brown nosers all the time. Like, you need to be honest with your community. And if you don't think I'm honest with my community, you shouldn't even be here. It's like the one thing I pride myself on. Of course, they compensate us with diamonds. There's the whole Smile One thing as well. It's undeniable we have a relationship as content creators with Moonton, certainly the bigger content creators. And remember, we're all teeny tiny content creators. I don't even have 20,000 subs. I think people really lose sight of how small this game is and how small we actually are. But yeah, just so you know, like, we obviously there are many conversations behind the scenes if they don't like something you do, but always they understand with explanation. And actually, the one thing I will always give them is it's I wish it was faster to communicate with them, but they make it pretty easy to be very honest. And if you think I'm an asshole sometimes on my streams or in my videos or on Discord, I promise you I'm worse in those DMs. That's basically it. The people on Discord, guys, saying like we're sponsored to do this and do this stuff, to do videos they tell us to do, is such beyond lunacy. The closest it could ever get to that is, hey, Twyla's coming, can you do a video on her? And that's it. Don't even have to. I will, because it's frickin' Twyla. But that's really it. Ask any of the other content creators you follow or are friends with. That's the situation, guys. All in all, I do want to applaud them I want to criticize them for how big a fuck up this was, mind my language. The way I said that was funny. But I also do want to commend them on, they were breaking for weekend. This is right now like middle of the night on Saturday morning in China. And they got it fixed, right? I really thought it was going to be the situation. A lot of times it's radio silence over the weekend. Looks like that wasn't the case, right? They took care of it, and I commend them for that. Guys, thank you for watching. Peace out.